welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you some new or smaller indie nail polish brands. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe. So this video has been a long time coming. I did the first video in this series quite a few months ago. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it up in the cards. But basically my intention with this series was to try to purchase some more from smaller indie brands. I've heard so many of you say, and I definitely do the same thing, where I have a set group of brands that I love and know I really enjoy products from, and it's so easy to get locked into those brands and support them only. But new indie nail polish brands are constantly joining the market, and it's nice to show them some support as well. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each brand. I'm going to be featuring 5 different ones today. We'll take a look at a polish that I purchased from them. I'll live swatch it for you and show you what it looks like on the full nail, and I'll give you a little review. I'll also link down in the description box all social media, websites, that kind of thing for the brands that I'm talking about today. And if you have any experience shopping from these brands, it would be super helpful to me and to anyone else watching this video if you would leave that down in the comments. All of your thoughts, your little review. And if there are makers or brands you'd like to see me feature in upcoming new indie videos, let me know down in the comments too. So the first brand we're going to check out today is called Pie Colors. You can shop Pie Colors on their own website, which again I'll link down in the description box, as well as on Etsy. They also participate in polish pickups, so maybe you've seen this brand there before. Pie Colors is 10 free, they're vegan, black owned, and they're based out of Los Angeles, California. They offer a wide variety of finishes, including shimmers, flakies, glitter crullies, creams, and toppers. On their site and in their Etsy shop, I noticed they had pages upon pages upon pages of products, lots of variety, and it seems like they might keep their products around for a while. They also offer on their site some mystery bags. Their polishes ranged from between $10 and $15 for 15 milliliter bottles. And in addition to beautiful nail polishes, they also offer bath and body products like cuticle butter, cuticle oil, bar soap, whipped soap, sugar scrubs, bubble scoops, that's fun, lip sugar scrubs, and lip gloss. And they do offer US as well as international shipping. Here's a look at what their packaging looks like. You can see they've got a taller cylindrical bottle, a longer brush handle, which I found helped with gripping the brush. And as far as their brush goes, they do have a wider, it's not super skinny, but kind of rounded brush. I found it most similar to OPI's brush, if you're familiar with that one. So the Pie Color shade we're going to be looking at today is called Unicorn Sauce 001. It retailed for $11 and I believe it's still available. If it is, I will link it down below. It's described as being a thermal, which I did not realize when I swatched it, that has black, blue glitter to pink glitter. So I think it kind of has a purpley base. When it's warm, it becomes kind of clear. And then it's got silver holographic glitter and some blue shimmer in there. On application, this one was pretty sheer, or so I thought. Now realizing it probably just went immediately to that warm state. It built up really well in 3 coats. I did reach full opacity. I would say when this one is in its warm state, you are going to have some visible nail lines still, but the glitter and the shimmer in here did do a great job concealing it. Application was very easy and smooth. It did lean maybe just a little bit thick, but nothing that wasn't workable. And I thought the glitter in here, the hollow, was stunning. So, so pretty. So here are 3 coats of Unicorn Sauce 001 from Pie Colors, and you can kind of see that thermal transition here. The next brand we're going to check out is called Rain Dance Lacquer, which you can shop on Etsy. This brand is also 10 free, vegan, and cruelty free. They're based out of Oregon and they offer a wide variety of finishes, including creams, toppers, flakies, hollows, multichromes, shimmers, reflective glitters, and also crullies. In addition to all of their polishes, they also sell top and base coats in their Etsy store. Their 15 milliliter bottles of polish range from $10 to $11. And I gotta say, in general, that's something I have noticed and really appreciate about these smaller indie brands. Their prices are a lot lower than some of the larger, more well-known indie makers. Currently, Dance Lacquer is shipping to the US only. So here's what their packaging looks like. They have a little bit of a shorter, more wide bottle, a pretty standard brush cap. It looks like the brush cap that Cuticula uses, that Garden Path Lacquer uses, that Wildflower Lacquer uses. And then as far as their brush goes, it is slightly skinnier than the Pie Colors brush, than the OPI brush. It is a very squared and round brush. The shade I picked out from Dance Lacquer is called Lada. It also retailed for $11, and it's described as being a sky blue polish with hollow flakes and shifting shimmer, which I feel like everyone knows at this point is my favorite finish. I was very drawn into this polish because it was unique to my collection, and I have tons and tons of polishes in this finish. I also loved how the shimmer contrasted with that kind of dusty sky blue base, and the hollow flakes were super sparkly. So on application, I was slightly let down by this one. I just thought the formula leaned a little bit thick. I think it would be just fine with some thinner, but I did want to show you how the polish applied when I ordered it, the way it arrived. I was able to reach pretty good or close to full opacity in 2 coats. I think once it's thinned out, most people will want 3 coats for this one just to get even coverage, but the end result was super, super beautiful. I just wish that it would have applied a little bit more smoothly, but yeah, the hollow in here, fantastic. And I was pleased with the overall look. I did add a 3rd coat for my swatch photo, so this is 3 coats of Lada from Dance Lacquer. Up next, we're gonna check out Glimmer by Erica. This brand is available on Etsy, and their products are 5-free and vegan. This brand's based out of Mississippi, and they offer a lot of glitter polishes. If you're a fan of glitters and you like ones that are really interesting and unique, you love those old school glitter crellies, you really like an interesting glitter topper, then you're definitely gonna wanna check out this brand. They offer glitter toppers, glitter bombs, flakies, glitter crellies, thermals, and a few shimmers, but pretty much mostly glitters. I also found it interesting that if for whatever reason you want to purchase the glitter alone and not in a polish with no base, then the maker gives you the option to do that as well. Their bottles are 15 milliliters with the price range being from $9.50 to $10. So again, extremely reasonable. And this brand also ships throughout the US as well as internationally, but unfortunately not to the UK at this time. The appearance of their bottle and brush reminds me of the KB Shimmer bottle. It's got a decent sized handle to hold on to that brush. And as far as their brush goes, mine is a bit wonky, as you can see, but it appears to be very similar to the Dance Lacquer brush. It is square and kind of short and very straight. The shade I grabbed from Glimmer by Erica was Cherry Blossom, and it doesn't have a description, so I would describe it as being a glitter topper. It's got a clear base. There are green hex glitters, light pink hex glitters, light pink and dark pink micro glitters, hot pink square glitters, hot pink hex glitters, and there's probably something I'm missing. It is a really, really sparkly, fabulous topper. Some of those glitters are holographic, as you can see, just dazzling. And it reminded me a lot of the inspiration Cherry Blossoms. So I'm going to show this one to you on application over my bare nail. You can see that it disperses the glitters really well and evenly. I had no trouble getting the glitters out. Even though I purchased this almost a year ago, I think, and haven't used it too much outside of this video, the glitters haven't found that they've sunk to the bottom. They were really easy to get out, even the ones that are larger. You can see I got one of those really pretty bright pink square glitters on the nail there, and I thought this one looked beautiful whether you built it up in 1, 2, or 3 coats. So here's what those 3 coats look like. Because of the glitters in here, it will dry down very textured, and it's also going to be pretty difficult to remove. So that's three glitters, 3 coats of Glimmer by Erica Cherry Blossoms. 2 more brands to look at today. The next one is Addictive Cosmetics. This one has their own website, so I will link that below, and they also have an Etsy store. The brand is 10 free and based out of California. Lots of California brands today. That was on accident. In their shop, they offer cream polishes, shimmers, glitters, flakies, toppers, and jellies. I thought it was interesting that this brand offered their polishes in 2 sizes. You can either get a smaller size, which is around $5, or if you want the full size bottle, which is what I'm going to be showing you today, that'll be between $9 and $10. In addition to nail polish, this brand also produces a lot of makeup, and I believe that's what their main focus is. That's what the maker said she was most inspired to create, so I think that's how she got her start. But man, they have a wide variety of makeups. They have face makeup, foundation, concealer, they've got cheek, eye, lip product. They also sell skincare and fragrance oils. And this brand also does ship internationally. In terms of packaging, this bottle really reminds me of the Pampered Polishes bottle. It is cylindrical and it's got that wider cap. And if we take a look at the brush, you can see it kind of reminds me of the OPI brush, a little bit of the Pie Colors brush, because it tapers slightly outwards towards the bottom of the brush, and it does have a wider shape. The shade I'm going to be sharing from Addictive Cosmetics is called Daffodil, and it's described as being a bright yellow shimmer polish. So in the bottle, initially, I thought that I would consider this to be maybe a pearl shade or maybe a yellow metallic. There's just something so vibrant about the shimmer in here, so dense and fine, that I thought it would maybe fit into one of those other 2 categories, but you'll have to see what you think after you see it swatched. Formula-wise, out of everything I'm sharing with you in today's video, this one surprised and impressed me the most. The finish, the formula was so smooth and even. It wasn't too thick or too thin. It built up beautifully in 2 coats, but I did go in for 3 for full opacity. And for a yellow, my goodness, there was no patchiness. There were maybe a few brush strokes on application, but when this dried down, those did disappear completely. But yes, I will 100% be trying more from this brand. This polish was stunning. So this is 3 coats of Daffodil from Addictive Cosmetics. And the final brand that I have to share with you today is called JL Lacquer. They're available on Etsy. They're 10 free, vegan, and cruelty free. They are also based out of, guess where? California. I mean, it is a big state, but that's a lot of California. And they are pretty focused with what finishes they offer. They offer glitter toppers, jellies, and holographic polishes, but lots of jellies. If you're a jelly sandwich lover, then this might be a brand for you to check out. And honestly, what I'm wanting to do is get some more JL Lacquer jellies and some more Glimmer by Erica glitter toppers, and do some really cool jelly sandwiches. JL Lacquer's 13 milliliter bottles range from $10 to $11 in price, and currently they only ship throughout the US. In terms of packaging, JL Lacquer's bottles remind me of Color Spectrum polishes. It's got a more square-shaped bottle, and then as far as their brush goes, it is pretty skinny and teeny tiny, but I have to say I didn't have much of an issue with application because their polish is so jelly. Those are usually very simple to apply. And Laniakea is the last polish we're going to be looking at today. It comes from JL Lacquer, and Laniakea, oh man, I really practiced that, translates to immeasurable heaven. I think it's a Hawaiian word, which is so beautiful. This is described as being a pale pink nail polish with iridescent and holographic silver glitter in the bottle. Completely stunning. You can see it has a jelly base, and that definitely is true when you apply it. I was a little bit surprised by just how sheer this one was. It really didn't give me much color on my nails, which meant, because I have a good amount of staining, not the worst staining, but some staining, that you could see that showing through even in 2 coats. When I built it up to 3, I felt comfortable wearing it by itself, but honestly, the way I would probably wear this polish in the future is as a topper, and I am going to show you what that looks like today. But here's what it looks like in 3 coats by itself. The holographic glitter is gorgeous. I'm just not comfortable wearing a shade this light without some kind of blurring base. I don't want that yellow staining showing through on me. So I am going to swatch it over It's a Girl from OPI. That's what you're seeing here. And I thought that this was a stunning combination. So I think this topper, this jelly glitter polish, would look gorgeous over any light pink shade, and that's definitely how I plan to wear this in the future. And I might even try it over a blurring base coat of some sort. But yeah, the glitters in here were so stunning. 3 coats of La Niekea from JL Lacquer. So those are all the brands I have to share with you today. Let me know down in the comments, which ones do you plan to check out? Hopefully a couple of them. Like I said, I really like the idea of supporting some of these smaller indie makers. And if you have one that you really love or that you're curious about, let me know that down in the comments. Maybe I will feature them in my next video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!